Hello, my fine feathered movie loving friends. My buddies over at collections.com with an X. I didn't time that very well, but you got the idea. Collexions. Your site for retro gaming collectors, movie collectors, shiny thing collectors, toy collectors. If you collect something, go over there. And by the time you're done watching this video, you're going to have another reason to go over there besides the place just being cool. What I want to talk to you about today is something I mentioned in my last two videos. Is a little contest that I'm going to start running. What I have up for grabs is a signed copy of the Japanese release of the Toxic Avenger. And this is autographed by the great Lloyd Kaufman right here. And it says, "I love bad movies." So this is an autographed copy of the Japanese release of the Trauma Classic Toxic Avenger. If you don't know Toxic Avenger, maybe you shouldn't enter this or get yourself educated. Anyways, Toxic Avenger is an over-the-top movie about the Toxic Avenger. A superhero created when a loser by the name of Melvin is ostracized and accidentally slips into nuclear waste and turns into the Toxic Avenger. There's a lot of people call him Toxie. Toxic Avenger was really popular in the 80s, went on to be a kids cartoon. If you haven't watched this before and you watch it for the first time, and you may not, it may be hard to believe they made a kids cartoon out of it, but the kids cartoon was a lot different from the actual movie. And this Japanese version actually has about 6 minutes or something like that, not available on the North American director's cut. Don't worry, it's actually in English, plays fine on my DVD player. Now, how can you win it? Well, you see, I've got some buddies at a site called collections.com, which I've already mentioned. If you didn't come here from collections.com, you may not know about the place. Collections.com, Collexions, is the site for the retro collector, like I said, toy collector, people that collect things. So the way this contest is going to work is if you want to be able to win a copy of this. Now, if we have multiple entries, you're not necessarily going to win just because you've done it. It will be choosing from the multiple entries at random who would win. But here's the contest. The contest is, well, it's a two-parter. On my site, find the first movie that I reviewed on my site. So on ilikebadmovies.com, what was the first movie that I reviewed? Now, it's not a video review. It would be a written review. Go back there and go back down to day one and find out what was the first movie that was reviewed there. Second part, go to collections.com with an X. So collexions.com. Once you're there, I want you to search. You're going to look around. You'll be able to find a search. You got to poke around, find it. There's a menu at the top. I want you to search. Okay, it'll be under Find Members. For a member by the name of Corey Buckner, Coreybuckner. Do a search for that. Your first result will be who you want. Tell me 3 items that you find in his collection on that first page that comes up when you go there. 3 items in Corey's collection when you go there. Any 3. And then let me know what those are. Now, if you'd like the chance to win another DVD, so 2 DVDs together. Of course, the one we're talking about here, Japanese autographed edition of Toxic Avenger. And a random DVD to be chosen by me from my collection. Don't know what it's going to be. Don't expect it to be anything crazy or amazing. But it'll be something, and I'll do it. But the way you can do that is don't just go to collections.com and find 3 items from Corey's collection. If you have something to share, maybe an Atari cartridge, maybe you got an old Nintendo, maybe you got a Game Boy, Sega, any one of the Sega consoles, TurboGrafx. Maybe you got an old PlayStation game that you like a lot or something like that. Share something relevant to the site, whether it be a game, a movie, maybe an old Transformer or something like that. You got a cool 1980s comic book, whatever it might be. We're pretty open-minded there on collections.com, but If you decide to sign up as a member, absolutely free, of course, and share one item, let me know your member name on collections.com and the item you shared. I'll confirm it, and if you do that and you are the winner, you get a chance to win 2 DVDs. This one and some random DVD. I'll try to make it something interesting, at least interesting to me. And if I don't get that many entries, but I get a couple of entries, but I get maybe one winner, and then another person that signed up. I might be a little more generous, send out a couple of DVDs to a couple of people. But right now, I'm only going to commit myself to one winner, and that winner will get at least the Toxic Avenger, autographed Toxic Avenger Japanese edition, with the possibility of winning 2, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So this is actually my 3rd time recording this video, so we're gonna have to reset the time. I said from the well, it doesn't matter what the date was. I said these was going to be. So what we'll do is the date will be the contest is going to be effective from today, which is the 6th of August, and it's going to go forward till let's just say the end of August. So the 31st of August, that's a Sunday. So I'll take entries right up into then, and please enter. I really want to. I don't even know if anyone's watching these videos, right? So you go out to the 31st of August to get your entry. So what we want is, number 1, the first movie that I reviewed on ilikebadmovies.com. The second part is going to be, you go to collections.com, colexions.com. You do a search for, find members, poke around, you'll find it. I do a search for Corey Buckner, CoreyBuckner. There you go. Your first search result will be the one you want. Any 3 items that he shows off on his collection, let me know what they are. I'll verify. That means you've got a successful entry for the contest. Hopefully, I get more than one entry. So, if you are the only one that enters, I'm sending it out to you. So don't worry about that. And the second part of this is, if you would like the chance to win an additional DVD of my choice, I don't know what it's going to be yet. Sorry, I got distracted by something shiny over here. All you have to do is sign up at collections.com, become a member. It's free. It's a great place. And share one item from your collection. Even if you don't have what you consider a collection, if you've got something interesting, something gaming related, something entertainment related, maybe something a little unusual. Maybe you got, like I said, maybe you got an old Game Boy in a drawer somewhere collecting dust, or maybe it's not collecting dust. Maybe you play it every day. Game Gear, whatever it might be. Share it. Now, don't share something stupid that's not relevant to the site, because if that's the case, and I'm going to be the one who decides, and I know that is a judgment call. I'm making the judgment. If you share something stupid like, oh, here's a freaking pen, no. Screw you. Don't disrespect the site. Now, if you share something, I don't care what it is, right? As long as it's just something relevant. Like I said, hey, look, I got a candy tin. It's candy tin, like a Super Mario prize box, or whatever you call them. Sorry, I'm not up on my terminology. Share that. I don't care. That's kind of cool. I'm sure Corey would love to have you over there. And you know what? As I said, collections.com, fantastic site for the collectors. We get together all the time via Google Hangouts. The shows are supposed to be an hour. We end up hanging out for hours for sort of an after show. And you can check out those the previous Hangouts on the site. Right now, collections.com, poke around, get yourself familiar, become a member. You can win a second DVD. Also, as I said, if I only get a couple entries or something like that, and but I get a couple people that do sign up to collections.com, and you got to verify it with me. If that happens, maybe I'll be a little more generous, send out a couple discs, but I'm not gonna say I'm doing that for sure. So get off your butts, get the contest done. First movie I reviewed on collections.com, put that in the email. 3 items from Corey Buckner's collection on collections.com. Let me know. I'll put you in as an entry. You're entered to win these. And if you sign up at collections.com and share something, and I said don't be a jerk about it, share something relevant to the site. And then you let me know your handle there. and what you shared, you get a chance to win a second one. I said I'll try to be a little more generous if I can. So, and when you get that, you're going to email that to Catfish Kempster. CATFISHKEMPSTER @gmail.com. Actually, you can also email ilikebadmovies.com with your answers, but do the catfishkempster @gmail.com. Put in the subject line toxic or toxie contest. You know, something along those lines. At least I know what you're talking about. Get a lot of junk mail. I don't want that to be one that gets filtered out because it's not right. And yeah, let's take care of you. So let's do it, folks. I'll have the instructions written down below here, and if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching on ilikebadmovies.com, or if you're watching it at collections.com, if anyone's watching. So, folks, once again, this is Catfish Man for I Like Bad Movies and Collections.com. Get off your butts. I want to give this away. Actually, I don't. So if nobody enters, I'll just keep it myself. But I've offered to give it away. I'm in now, so do it. And have a great night. Keep it retro. Keep watching movies. And enter to win this damn disc. Have a great night, folks. Aha, bet you thought I was gone. It's a little addendum. I kind of missed something really big. When you've done all this stuff for the contest and everything, I want you to do something for Troma, for Lloyd Kaufman, for everybody involved with Troma. I want you to go to Troma's YouTube channel, Troma Movies. It's all one word. They put up Troma movies like one a month, sometimes more than one a month. Actually, quite often more than one a month. A whole bunch of movies. They're not all Lloyd Kaufman, Michael Hurst produced movies. So they're not all like, you know, the Tromaville style movie. Like if you know Troma movies like Toxic Avenger and you know, Sergeant Kabuki Man and such, Romeo and Juliet. You'll know what I mean by Tromaville style movies and Lloyd Kaufman movies. But anyways, there's a lot of movies in there, a lot of independent films put up there that, you know, a lot of people, you know, these filmmakers probably wouldn't get an audience if Troma wasn't putting them up on their site. So go out there, check them out. They're fantastic. Well, they're not all fantastic, but they're all Troma movies, and support the little guys. And when you're done doing that, go out and buy a crap load of Troma stuff. Buy a bunch of Troma movies. Let's make Lloyd Kaufman and everybody involved with Troma filthy rich. Let's make him crazy rich. Like, you know, so rich that he's got a pet monkey riding a pet emu, patrolling his Tromaville mansion. That kind of crazy money. Let's do it. I mean, Lloyd's been freaking in the business for a long time. Troma's been doing it forever. Let's make these guys freaking rich. I can't be rich. Let's make him crazy rich. Let's make him so rich that he can afford to hire Michael Bay and do all those special effects and not. So that's my little addendum there. I hope you're all having a great night or day or morning, whatever it might be. Keep it retro. Keep watching movies. And, you know, I'd like to hear from any of you out there. So contact me anytime you want. Take care. Have a great day.